Restaurants are a super important part of life. It's where you celebrate your birthdays, your proposals, and your anniversary after your proposal. These super important events need a super important venue, and that's where your picture perfect restaurant comes into play. If you might need a little bit of help getting your restaurant picture perfect, that's where our consulting company comes in to help. We came up with Terminus Consulting Company on a whim back in college. While watching the show Impossible Restaurants, we decided to create our own consulting company to try and help our local community out by bringing together help from professionals and marketing teams to help your local business be the best it can be. What have we done and what can we do for you? From our fellow team to yours, we strive every single day to help your company be the best that it can be. We work with credible and well-known sources, just bringing a mound of information that can help you. And we're trying to just uplift local communities every single day with our business. So you might be thinking, who am I and how can I help you on your consulting journey to become the best Mrs. that you can be? So my name is Miss Copeland. I graduated from the University of West Georgia with my accounting degree, and I started a business with my best friends. After falling in love with the business, I work every single day to try and bring you the best service that I can provide to just help you guys be the best business you can be. So today I'll be helping Provino's. What is Provino's, you might be asking? It's a small Italian joint that brings family style portions and a huge array of options for their consumers. They specialize in big family portions. They also have wines, desserts, a wide variety menu that just specializes in Italian cuisines. It's meant for big families or special events and really hones in on that family environment. To begin, Provino's has a lot of strengths. We're starting off with an amazing company. I mean, we do have a few issues, of course, that's why you're talking to our consulting company, but to begin, you guys have an amazing brand. I mean, you guys strive for family environments, a welcoming service, and good food. Now we just need to build layers on top of your great base. Your family environment. So a lot of your customers write amazing reviews about how they love going there, your children friendly, you do birthday parties, you even give out free birthday meals. They love that about you. They love that they can come with their entire group of 20 maybe, and you can provide a service that is welcoming to every single guest, no matter the age, 99 to 100. Lastly, and most importantly, one of your greatest strengths is that you have great food. When analyzing all of your good and bad reviews, less of them are about how amazing your recipes are and more about other things. So I don't think you should try and do huge changes on your menu or your food options. I think you are providing really, really good food. Talk about our weaknesses, since we've talked in extensive knowledge about our strengths, we must talk about our weaknesses, and a couple of the reviews that we are reading are about the price increase, maybe some cold food, and some inconsistencies. So let's work together to see how we can fix those. Inconsistencies. So when patrons come into your establishment and they are looking for that certain flavor, that certain food item that they have been maybe planning all week to go there or had a hard day at work and know that they're going to go and get some good food, it's really hard for them when they show up and get not what they expected. So when we have things like inconsistencies, we want to check and make sure that everybody's following the recipe, that these things are in order, because with inconsistencies comes unhappy patrons. After extensive research of reviews and such things like that, another problem that we're having with your consistency issues is cold food. And I think another thing that might increase the likelihood that you don't get cold food is maybe employing more food runners. So people who are just employed at the restaurant to run food. So a person who doesn't make the food, they don't serve tables, all they do is take the food from the hot bar and take it out to the customers. They're not a server, they're not a cook, but they do give the people food, and they're called food runners. These type of things make sure that every hot dish goes out hot and every cold dish goes out cold. And also with price increases, if we're having price increases and we're still being inconsistent or having cold food, that's when people start to really complain. Because if you have price increases but you have good quality food and hot food that they can rely on, that they're way more likely to not be bothered by the price increases. So we talked about some strengths, we talked about some weaknesses, and let's talk about some opportunities. Your restaurant has a multitude of opportunities in which we can do to make the company better. As we talked about before, maybe revamping those recipes so we know that the food is consistent. Another thing that we can do to bring that together is have food runners. Some opportunities that we also have been looking into is starting a loyalty program. I think you guys should have a loyalty program and maybe some special deals for some special occasions. Starting a loyalty program. So most restaurants are used for places where people go for birthdays, people go for anniversaries, and people go for proposals, things of that nature. So we want to reward those behaviors, because when people come into your restaurant and they have a birthday, what do? They take a bunch of photos, and when they take those photos, they post them all over social media and give high praise to your restaurant, and that causes traction. So by having loyalty programs and things of that nature, like eat here 10 times and get a free appetizer, people are more likely to come in more often and more likely to bring more guests and things of that nature, just because they know that they're being rewarded for being loyal to your company. Another opportunity that I think you should look into is how busy the location surrounding your business is. So your business is in an amazing location. It's right on Scenic Highway. And the way that works is that you need to make sure the retail staff around your business has a really good experience in your business, so that when people go to the TJ Maxx, the Marshalls, the places around your business, they ask the people who work there, do you know any good food places around here? And they're going to say Provino's, because they've been going there for years. They know that the wait staff is nice. They know that they're not going to be treated any differently for maybe being retail workers or in lower paying jobs. They know that that restaurant is always going to be nice, welcoming, and has amazing food. So it's really important that you are in a busy area, that you're treating the people around your busy area really, really well, so they give you good recommendations. Another opportunity you might have to make your customers feel more appreciated is having a special program for special occasions. For example, if somebody proposes at your restaurant, you give them maybe a free entree, or if it's their birthday and they have their license on them, give them a free dessert. All of these things make it seem like you really care about their special occasion and show the customer that they are completely welcome here. And programs like this come at a low cost towards you, but come at a high cost towards your marketing profits. Okay, so we've talked about strengths, weaknesses, opportunities. Now we need to talk about your threats. Threats are not the end-all be-all of a company, but they are something to keep in mind when we're looking to improve the company, work towards a better life for the company. As we've talked about before, Provino's is a welcoming, friendly environment, and with that comes shareable entrees. Most of the entrees on your menu are shareable entrees, which means they feed 4 to 5 people per entree. With the struggle of that comes COVID-19. With these unprecedented times, people maybe not want to share 100% of their entrees, or might be freaked out by the thought of sharing food. So nowadays, I think we should have a menu that, I think what would make your restaurant better is having a menu that has shareable entrees, but also doesn't have shareable entrees. So like a mix and match menu. So the people who are not bothered by sharing their food, they can go ahead and do that at a cheaper price. And the people who don't want to share their food might pay a couple dollars more to have an individualized plate of food. Another threat that you guys might be facing is because you are in a busy area, that there might be a lot of chain restaurants around you. And when we talk about chain restaurants, we're talking about Applebee's, Outback, things of that nature that can sell things at a really low cost because they're not so worried about profit margins, or they have other things in the menu that combat that. So just be mindful that some of your customers or some of your customer base might be like in love with going to Applebee's every weekend, and you might be able to provide a better service, but they are just, stuck in that chain restaurant. Another threat to your business might be rising food costs. So we see a lot of people struggling in 2021 and 2022 to combat rising food costs. So make sure you're just adding that into your cost, and you know that food costs are rising. So maybe slowly upping the bill, or slowly upping the prices of your menu, so it doesn't feel like you're jumping $10 or $5 all at once. Just upping it 50 cents or $1 every 6 months will seem like a lot smaller of a change than trying to wait till the last minute and upping it by $5. So just make sure you're adding that food cost back into the restaurant slowly but surely, instead of a big drastic change. Our plan for you. So we have talked a lot about a bunch of different options for your business. Anywhere from food runners, making sure that you have your food coming out hot, and updating your recipes so that food does not come out as inconsistent. And we've talked about our opportunities to start loyalty programs and other things of that nature. So you can email us or contact us to help you start your loyalty program, because we have a lot of options for that. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, but that is our plan going forward. Thank you for working with our consulting company, because you have sunk some time to us. We're going to sink some time into you. We have a care package that we give out to everybody that comes with a shirt, a t-shirt, and just some lovely treats to just show how much we care about you and how much you can care about us. Thanks again. If you have any questions, please contact me at my email above, or contact us at terminusconsultingcompany.com. We're on all social media platforms, and do not feel any problem at all to try and contact us, or email us, and we are sure to help you out.